Hey everybody, I wanted to create a quick little video here to talk about some assignments that are coming up and also to help people remember these assignments a little bit because I think that might be part of what's going on. On Wednesday of this week, you were supposed to have by yesterday, Wednesday, have posted 2 entries on the AI News Updates Annotated Bibliography project that we're doing on a separate website. We signed up for that. We started that at the beginning of the semester, and the project's not actually due, as in completely done until Thanksgiving, but there's on schedule 3 different places where you're supposed to post entries by those dates to the website. Okay. I think what might be happening is that people might not be looking at the right place on the Canvas page. And so I want to review that here real quick. This should look familiar, of course. The schedule for the class, as I explained at the very beginning of the semester, is over here, this part, okay? This part that goes all the way down. These are the dates in which we will be doing things, and this schedule and that column over there, that is always correct. So for example, we are heading into week 7. Well, we're not in week 6 now, but the first 2 contributions to the AI News Updates and assignment are due by the end of the day yesterday and Wednesday. Next week, we're going to start doing peer review and the reflection essay for the AI writing assignments. I'll get a linked up to that here yet in the next day or so. And also next week, next Wednesday, you need to have the first progress report in your AI research question, which is a project for the end of the semester, okay? These are both projects that are kind of ongoing throughout the semester. You'll see, for example, there's going to be more information. You're going to need to, by October 29th, you need to have 3 more contributions to the AI News and Updates website by the end of the day on October 29th, okay? Now, I think the mistake that some people are doing, though, is they're relying on this, okay? Don't rely on this because this does not account for due dates for things that are part of larger projects where there's something due before and then the final project is due later. So for example, the AI News Update site, that's not due Monday before Thanksgiving, but you have to do the steps before then, okay? So don't rely on this part. As a simple reminder here, if you're sort of wondering about the AI News and Updates site, what exactly these are supposed to look like, well, this is the website, okay? And these are the posts that I have approved. So for example, and what you want to do to see the whole thing is you have to click on the link. So if you want to see more about this, we have this title here, A New Way of Editing Generated Images. This is from MIT News. This is the link. And there's a couple important parts here. So we have a title of an entry. We have an MLA style citation. We have a link to the actual article, okay? We have a summary of that article. And we have a couple of sentences where Allie here posted about why she thought this was interesting, worth sharing for everybody, okay? All right, that's what was due by Wednesday. You're supposed to have 2 of those entries done, okay? If you are behind on that, I will give you until the weekend to catch up. But just be clear, if you don't get that done by this weekend, I'm going to deduct a half-letter grade from the final grade for that project because that's what I do when stuff is late. I'll do the same thing with the AI question essay as well. So go back to the course materials, review those assignments. We talked about them in a discussion at the very beginning of the semester. There's links to all these assignments on the syllabus. And make sure that you're keeping up with the things that are happening as far as those assignments go, okay? Again, starting on Monday, we're going to talk about a peer review for the reflection essay. Starting next week, we're going to start doing some updates on the research question project. One last thing, I've included in this announcement in a link to a survey. I've been trying to get people to give me some feedback on what kind of things do you want to talk about for the second part of the semester. No one's really wanted to volunteer that in part of a discussion. So what I did is I created a survey, which is anonymous. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but I would really appreciate the feedback. And I'm not going to keep track of names and stuff like that, but I really would appreciate the feedback because, I want to make the class useful for you. And I'm interested in particular topics, so we can just do what I want to do, but I kind of want to see what you want to do too. After all, you've already started doing research about both for this AI news project and probably for your own research as well. So maybe you've got some ideas of things to talk about. Okay. All right. I think that's it. See you online.